Hi, this is Tim from Infinity Massage Chairs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Infinity Escape, our newest massage chair. To start, I'm going to be showing you how to install the power cord and the remote control so that we can power up the chair and sit it up. Okay, so in the box you're going to find there's a power cord, and the power cord is going to plug in at the back of the chair, right here next to the power switch, so that just plugs in. And then you're going to take the remote control and you're also going to plug that in. There's a little arrow on top of the remote control plug. You want that arrow to be to the top, and then you just plug it straight into the hole. Make sure it's seated firmly, and then we'll plug in the chair and turn it on. Okay, and at this point what we're going to do is we're going to power on the chair by flipping the switch on the back next to the power cord so that the chair will sit up and make it easier for us to attach the leg rest. So once it's powered on, the chair is going to go into its upright position. And as you can see, it's going to make it much easier to attach the leg rest, which will be the first part we'll install. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll take the leg rest out of the box and we'll move it over towards the front of the chair. And once that's in position, I'm going to show you how to hook up the electrical and air connections. Okay, and then you've got the bundle of hoses and electrical parts. These are actually tie wrapped to the back of the leg rest. You just want to cut the tie wrap off to free them up. And you'll notice there are 3 nozzles for air, and there are 3 colored hoses, and the colored hoses actually match the colors of the nozzles. So it's very simple. You just attach all 3 of them firmly onto the nozzles. And then you take the electrical connector, and it is only goes one way. There's a thumb release, which you want to be at the top of the connector. You do not want the thumb release at the bottom. So you want to make sure the thumb release is at the top. Insert until it clicks. And then at this point, you're going to go to the chair side, the body of the chair, and you'll see there's these clips here, these like lobster claws we call them. And in the front, there's a Phillips screw. By the way, the Phillips screwdriver comes with the chair. It's in the box with the remote control. And we just remove the Phillips screws from both lobster claws. And then you're going to lift up the claw to open up that bracket. And then we're actually going to go lift up the entire chair, the entire leg rest. And you're going to put the little axles inside the claws, push down the top of the bracket, and then just reinstall the screws. And the leg rest is now attached to the chair. Okay, and then you just take this fabric piece and you flip it over, and there's a protective piece of fabric over the Velcro. You just want to remove that protective fabric, and then take the Velcro and attach it right to the front of the chair to cover up the hinges. Okay, and now we're going to install the right arm of the chair, and the hardware to attach the arm is actually already on the chair itself. So you're going to want to take off the Phillips screw here and here that have the washers on them. There's 2 of them. So take these off, and these are actually going to attach the arm onto the chair. So take the screw and the washer completely off. Now we're going to go get the right arm to attach it to the chair. Okay, for attaching the arm, there's 2 key points you want to look for. There's this little latch right here, which is going to attach to this pin on the back of the chair. And there's also this little bracket right here that's going to slide onto this piece of the chair right here. So we'll start out with making sure that this latch is pushed onto that pin, and it automatically grabs onto the pin. And now we just make sure that that piece of the arm goes over that metal bracket. And you'll see that the holes for these brackets now line up with the holes that we left when we took out those 2 screws. And we'll just put those screws back in. Okay, so now we're going to make sure the connections are made for the air and the electricity for the lights that are on the armrest. So the first connector we look for is this angled air connector. And it's going to connect onto this air hose right here. Just push that angled connector on nice and tight. And then right next to that, you'll see there's an electrical connector, and up from the base of the chair is another electrical connector. and these are keyed, so they only go one way. You just push those two together until they latch, like so. You're all set to go. Okay, and then you just take the screws that we had removed previously and you put them into these brackets on the armrest and screw them down nice and tight into the body of the chair. Do the front one and then do the back one. And of course make sure that you keep the washers on the screws. And then screw those down nice and tight. And then we're going to repeat that same process on the left side of the chair. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to attach the remote control holder. That attaches to the right arm. And you actually want to reach up underneath the top of the airbag. You'll feel that there's another one of those fabric covers covering a piece of Velcro. You just want to peel that piece of fabric off and you just discard it. And then you take the remote holder and you put it around the outside of the armrest, and then you tuck it in and attach it to the Velcro that's inside the armrest. And then you can take the remote control, put it right in the pocket, safely outside the chair. Okay, so now we're going to install the thigh airbag, and the thigh airbag installs right between the chair and the armrest. And you're going to see that there's a cloth side and a vinyl side. It's the vinyl side that faces in towards the customer, towards the thigh. At the front of the airbag is a hose, and there's a long hose that comes up from the base of the chair. And the first thing we'll do is just attach those hoses together. And then you take the airbag itself, and it has these two rods at the bottom. And these go into the marked holes, and you just line up those holes. Just insert the airbag firmly into the base of the chair. Okay, now we're going to install the shoulder airbag. And the shoulder airbag obviously has a shape of a slope down, so you want to make sure you get the right one on the right side. This is the right side. And this has a metal rod that fits right into the center hole. Basically just line them up, slide it on, and once it's slid on, you just sort of push it down and it locks in place, and that's all you have to do to install that. Okay, so now we're just going to put on the cushion, and you're going to see that there's an electrical connector on the back of the cushion and then another one that comes up from the back of the chair. You just push those together, and then we'll take the cushion and we'll bring it up to the top of the chair, and there's a zipper. We'll just take the zipper, zip that up, go down to the base of the chair, and there's another zipper that goes around the whole base of the chair, so you just want to start it and go all the way around, zip that on, and once that's in place, we'll take the head pillow, just has a piece of Velcro on it. Attach that to the back of the chair, and now the chair is fully assembled and ready for testing. Okay, and then the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to test the chair. We're going to take the remote control, push the green button. Here's your power up. And we're just going to push the button right next to the green button, just as quick relaxation. That will put it into a basic massage so that we can test everything on the chair. Obviously, we want to make sure all the airbags work. We're going to reach in and test the airbags in the arms. We're going to check the airbags in the footrest. We're going to make sure the shoulder airbags deploy. We want to make sure the chair is reclining correctly. The chromotherapy lights are working. The leg rest can go up and down with the remote control. And once we're sure that everything is working, installation is complete.